Welcome, everybody, to Cowboys, Trailers, and Ranches. I'm Jimbo, and today we're in Llano, Texas for a little celebration. We are at 4L Western Wear Store in Llano with these lovely ladies, Miss
Chloe
Little,
Cara Little.
I've got the Little family. So, ladies, tell me about what's going on today and why everybody should come to Llano, Texas.
So today's our 1-year anniversary. We officially opened 1 year ago today. We have a store of about 3,800 square feet. We renovated, she and I, mostly, and then we would throw my husband in on the things we couldn't do. Renovated this entire store ourselves, from pulling nails out of the walls to filling in nail holes. We did pay someone to paint the building, though. We didn't do
good.
that.
Hey, that was probably smart.
Yeah.
You don't paint?
No,
I don't paint.
We didn't want that. That was not
Come on.
That is not our thing at all. So we opened a little less than half of our store a year ago today. And within 3 months, we opened to full capacity. That's how much we grew in the first 3 months. Llano has been needing a Western store for years.
Yes, they have.
And they have just opened their arms to us, and we have been so blessed. We love it. Our favorite thing is when customers come in and we get to visit, and we have people from all over the world actually come to our little town of Llano, Texas.
In Llano? Really?
From
Wow.
the Netherlands to Germany to Australia, Canada, they come through our doors, and that is such a blessing
Wow.
to get to visit and see where everybody's from.
Holy God, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So you met some interesting people.
Yes,
Chloe?
I have. Yes.
So who's your favorite?
Uh,
What's your favorite type of people that come from another country?
there was some people from London. They brought their whole family. They were really cool.
Wow, London.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought stuff?
A bunch of stuff.
See, that just goes to show you, people around the world, they love Western culture. They
Yeah.
love Western wear. They want to be a cowboy.
Small town America.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, they love it.
Absolutely.
They do.
So, Cara, give me a little background, where you're from, and what made you get into the Western wear industry.
So I'm from a very small town called Mauriceville, Texas, in southeast Texas, on the Texas-Louisiana border.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
the Golden Triangle, Orange, Beaumont, Port Arthur, I'm from that area. And the year I was born, my mom opened a feed store called Mauriceville Feed and Grain. And she would, at that time, load the feed by herself. She would help everything that went into a feed store. My mom did it by herself until she could hire somebody. And so she hired her first employee. And then within a couple years, it grew so much that she added on the Western store. So it was Mauriceville Feed and Grain and Hitch and Post Western Wear.
So it's all one.
All one.
Right on.
It was a one-stop shop. You remember those small stores where you can go in and get your dog dewormer, your vaccines, your rubber boots?
Yes. I
That's
miss
what
those.
we had.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
Right
I know.
on. I love
That's what we had.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, my whole life growing up. And so I would go to Dallas Market. We would go across the border and get our head stalls, our leather tack. One of the most dreaded things is my dad loved the auctions at Canton at First Monday because she had a candy bar. And so we go to that auction, buy the candy. We'd even buy a tack there, or we go to the Huffman horse sale and we buy saddles there, or tack, or whatever. So that's what I grew up doing. And I'm the youngest. I have a brother that's 11 years older than me and a sister that's 7 years older than me. So I was the baby. So I got drug around where I wanted to go or not. I had to be there. So,
And now you're dragging and now you drug
yeah,
her.
I
Right?
did the same thing with her. Yeah, her first trip across the border, she was 6 months old. Yeah.
You guys have been retailized your whole life.
My
I mean,
whole
you don't know anything else, right?
Yeah.
Especially you.
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah.
A year. Put her in the fire.
Yeah.
That's right. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
she didn't have a choice. So I'm glad she likes it. It worked out.
So Lance and Chance
Uh-huh.
have a trucking company. You got
They
a cattle
do.
hauling.
We do. Yes.
Cattle hauling
Yes, we do. So Lance and I have been married 22 years, and I actually met Lance. He was in Beaumont, and he was at a special sale there. And so that's how I met Lance. I happened to be home from school one week, and I met Lance, and then 22 years later, here we are. And then he got out of it for a few years, and then we moved back to the hill country. He just said, you know what? We can do this. It's what I know. COVID hit and he just wanted to change. And so it's just been nonstop from then. And Chance absolutely loves it. So
That's awesome.
Chance is going into his junior year at A&M. And
Great school.
yeah,
Great school.
yeah, it is.
Great
So
school.
he that's how he makes his money. So they just kind of have a great partnership. They work well together, and
So it's family business. I love
everything we do is family
I
related.
love this.
Yeah.
So I want y'all to know that y'all are the first family that I've had on the podcast.
Oh wow!
So
Yay! That's
yay,
exciting.
Littles.
Yeah, right. I know. Everything we do is about our family,
See,
from
that's- I love
rodeos to cattle
That's so
hauling.
cool.
We get calls in the middle of the night sometimes. Hey, can you bring me a spare tire off the other
Yeah.
trailer? Or
Or
a
can you
truck's
bring me
broken
the
down.
truck?
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, she had a call to go to Brentwood.
Chloe, get the impact.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a transmission go out in the truck, and
Yes,
so
I had to
Chloe had
chase
to
them to Brownwood.
bring them another truck, switch trailers, get home, and it's nonstop in our world all the time, and we absolutely love it.
Because you're in the Western industry, you're around cattle, you're around horses, and you're around rodeo. So
Yeah.
guess what?
Yeah,
No, there's no rest
Right.
for the weary.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, and we have a lot of stock show kids in Llano, and so that's one of our big
Right.
customer bases, and we get to support that. So we have customers of all walks of life come in the store.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Hey, and everybody out there that remembers or you don't remember when I had Miss Jennifer Hollingshead on from Llano Castell General Store. So think about this for an afternoon. You come here first, spend money on Western wear, then you go out there, visit Miss Jennifer for a little cocktail.
Yeah, there's always something crazy going on.
There
in this
is,
town.
there
Always.
is.
Yeah.
This is a great area. If y'all have never been to Llano, it is one of the prettiest. It's one of the prettiest
Oh,
spots
yeah.
in the hill country.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're growing. We have so many things here now. There's always an event happening.
There
we
is.
have a huge, and this is new this year. We have a big country music festival coming at the end of September. We're going to have a wild game and Western expo out at the convention center. Across the street at the river's a big
That's new, isn't
concert.
it?
Oh
Isn't that
yeah,
new?
new
Right
this
on.
year. So
Llano's happening.
yeah, it is. We're planning a Main Street fashion show with our city director coming up soon.
Really?
Yeah. So that's
I
going to
didn't.
be.
I didn't get the invite.
I know we'll have some. We don't have a date yet, but it's coming. That's
Chloe,
going to be a
come
fun
I'll
time.
invite you.
Yeah.
Tell me out. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
maybe we'll let you walk the runway.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I get a little put out. All right. So I'm gonna turn this to you. Rodeo, high school rodeo.
Yes, sir.
What's that look like?
High school rodeo is usually, I don't know. I don't love high school rodeo. I like to go to the amateur.
She likes the
rodeos.
amateur rodeo.
I like-
So too cool for school for high school, right?
Yeah. So I like to go to the amateur rodeos, and I love young horses. So I like to work with young horses.
Right on. Good for you.
She's rodeoed since she was 3.
Mhm.
So a junior rodeo to her, she's been doing that literally her
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah, you're past that.
Yeah.
You're past that. Right on. Right on. Well, that just says that you probably got a little talent.
A little bit.
Mom.
A little bit. Yeah.
I love this. I love mom and daughter. This is awesome. I freaking love this. So, what makes, and this is a cool store, by the way. This is the second time I've been in here, but it's just got that cool vibe, and it's just got that small town feel
Yeah.
to it. It's just, it feels good when you come in. So
Yeah. Right.
where you see this going? I mean, what makes your little store kind of got its own thing? You know what I mean? Create
So-
its own niche.
So for us, I think I never have had just maybe an all put together kind of style, I guess, is my thing. Even when we did shows and we had booths, it was always bright colors and, would totally stand out. And that's kind
You
of what I
can't
do.
walk past our booth at the
And-
NFR and not
and
go in.
not know it's us. Yeah, we knew Ritzy
Love bright.
Gypsy. Yeah.
Love bright.
So we just kind of we do have, the rustic, we have the wood and the iron and stuff, but, we throw in a colorful piece here, a colorful piece there kind of thing. So I think that just kind of keeps it exciting and just a little bit different. And where I see it going, I don't think this is our only store.
Really?
I don't.
Wow.
I sometimes my husband calls them crazy ideas. I call it ambition.
That's why you and I get along.
She usually
Yeah, those
vibes.
every 5
She
minutes.
usually vibes with my ambition. She doesn't think it's crazy. She's like, "Yeah, Mom, we can do that." Even
So-
if it.
Chloe, store number 2.
Yes.
Oh,
Chloe's store
right
number
on,
two.
right on.
Yeah, that's our
Now
plan.
we're stirring that business pot.
Yeah, we are. We are. Yeah.
So, no idea on location yet, or
I
kind of,
have some ideas.
we have an idea.
you don't have to just.
Yeah, we have an idea. We're not
Yeah.
going to disclose
No,
it.
I would
but
not
we
ask
We
that.
do have an
Good.
idea.
Way cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about
Right on.
that.
Right on. So I'm going to divulge something to you ladies. Being around Western wear my whole life, owning it, and if y'all walked into my closet right now, you would be like, "Oh my gosh, you're a woman." It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
the clothes that I have. So with that being said, where's the trends? What do you? I mean, the last 10 years, where's Western wear been on the trend mark?
I think that Western wear from back like in the days is starting to come back now.
Yeah, I think for a few years we went to the bling. We went to the sequin pants. I even manufactured our own
Yeah.
sequin pants, pink, black, and silver, and gold for the NFR, and we sold a ton of the sequin
And I
pants.
don't doubt it, especially
Yeah.
at NFR.
Yeah,
I absolutely
Yeah.
don't doubt that.
but I just see this whole new trend coming in a way. And I have older ladies that come in the store all the time, and they'll show me their boots from the 60s and 70s, and they're like, they're old Justins, and I just love that.
That's
I
cool.
love that.
That's vintage.
Yeah, it is.
That's vintage.
It's so vintage, and that's my vibe. I love vintage Western.
See, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. So, Miss Donna, at Yeehaw Ranch in
Yeah.
Fredericksburg,
Mhm.
her and I talked about it. The vintage brush poppers. Bring
Oh,
them
yeah.
back, huh?
Yeah.
You remember?
they
I know
are.
you remember.
Yeah,
that
I
was
do. Yeah.
that was everybody's go-to,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How come they have not come back, right? Everything comes
Mhm.
back around, right?
Yeah, they do. I know. I think it's not necessarily like the brush popper style, but the bright colors are coming back for men. Like I just put an order in for Cinch that is turquoise Aztec print.
Aztec is
Yes.
definitely coming back.
But it's a
We
bright
have some.
shirt.
Yes.
You do. And so like retro guys kind of like that. Now I'll say it's not 40 and over, but maybe 40 and under will go for that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then it's
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember that's about the age when I was 40 and under, when I was wearing all the Aztec stuff. And
yeah.
they had Aztec brush poppers back then.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I know. Yeah.
So
I don't know that if brush poppers will ever come back. Now I won't
I
say
don't-
that. There are some,
Well,
rough
the-
stock riders that,
right.
that wear that kind of stuff. But as far as mainstream Western, I don't think that's going to be a thing.
well, I don't know if y'all follow country music. Know this. I talk about him all the time. You guys probably get sick of me talking about him. Ian Munzik,
Yeah.
kid out of Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
His vibe is old brush popper, old Chakota, Aztec print Wrangler
Yeah.
stuff, and
Wow.
he's bringing it back.
That's awesome.
The only problem is you can't get it
Get
unless you
it.
go on
Yeah.
eBay and pay
I know.
$200 for it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I know. I don't know. Maybe that's something we need to think about.
Yeah.
We're all about manufacturing our own brands.
Bring the brush popper.
Yeah.
We have
the
a
close-
lot of like classy cowboy stuff.
Yeah.
That's
We just don't have the far out stuff, but who knows?
I don't know, but y'all got a cool store. I mean, y'all need to come to Llano, Texas, and look up for Western wear because it's legit and it like I said, it's a cool vibe. This new cowboy cool
Mhm.
stuff, love it.
Yeah,
Love
it's a great brand.
Love it.
We have Red Dirt, and Red Dirt sells great, but Cowboy Cool is just a great seller for
That
us.
is.
Their shirts, they're just so the fabric that they use. They're soft, they're
Soft,
comfortable.
right on, right
it's
on.
just a great t-shirt. So yeah, we do really well with our Cowboy Cool.
So, all right, so you're juggling the Western store, you're juggling the cattle hauling business, and you're juggling high school and college rodeo.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So-
My husband says we'll sleep when we're dead.
Yeah.
That's what he
Oh
said.
my gosh.
His sleep is not.
Oh,
existent
Lance
at our
and I
house.
already get along. I say
Yeah.
that all the freaking.
And also, Lance is our hat shaper.
I
And
saw
I
him.
seen
I
that
saw
in-
him in there
yeah.
working his magic.
So we have the new big hat bar, and that's another thing for Western that I feel like is so dying. The hat decorating, the feathers, all that stuff is so popular right now, but hat shapers are not much of a thing anymore.
No, it's an art.
It is an
It
art.
is
It is
art. Anybody
definitely
that
an
doesn't
art.
think so,
Yeah.
go
And
try to shape your own.
Lance can shape a hat. I can tell you that right now. There's not
shape
much
your
he
own?
can't do.
I can shape a little bit,
Right.
but my dad does it.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I
My
leave
brother-
it
my
to I leave
brother-
it to dad.
Yeah, we
I
like
leave
My
it
him
to
to shape
brother
our
can
hats.
shape a hat too.
He's pretty great at it, so we leave that up to him.
All right, so I always ask. I love stories, love telling stories. So, give me your best rodeo story.
My favorite rodeo was when I was 8 years old. I qualified for the Little Britches National Finals rodeo in Pueblo, Colorado.
Pueblo.
And then we went to Pueblo and I had just gotten a new horse. Her name's Charlotte. I still have her now. She will die with me. And we won the first round, the second round, the third round, and then the short round. And that was the first time that it's ever been done. And I still don't think that it's ever been done, but
So she won the world.
So
she
I
won
won
all
the
3
world.
rounds, the short round and the world.
Some of that.
Yeah.
and then I guess it was 2 weeks after that, we went to the YRA finals in Gonzales, Texas, and I won the all around and I won the horse trailer. And those were my two.
Oh, and she was 8 years old. And then
That's
shortly,
a good day.
yeah.
And I still ran Charlotte up until about a year ago, and I finally decided to retire her. And I will never have another horse like her. That's my once in a lifetime.
Wow.
That's the one. Yeah.
Well, and you had that once in a lifetime at a young age, girl. That's
Yes,
I mean, not too many kids can say that.
I've
That's
had a lot of great horses, but
She's the one.
special.
Yeah.
Everybody's
She
got that
is.
one. Like
Yeah.
you said.
That's
I have
her.
2 great ones now. But I don't know if they'll top her.
Tell me a good Western industry story, a good Western wear apparel story. Because you've been in a minute, so
I have.
you've got one that sticks out. Or two.
A lot probably.
We got time, Cara.
Okay. So like personal.
Yeah, I want to hear a good one.
Okay, so I guess she and I were at the American Rodeo, and I had set up a booth there,
It was freezing cold.
and it was like negative 10 degrees.
Because it was
outside.
in February, March.
Yes, it was
awful.
icy. So we were like, ditch the booth, and we went into the rodeo. And she sat there and she said, "Mom," at that time I was manufacturing study. She said, "Mom, we need to manufacture our own women's Western button downs." I was like, "We do." So give me an idea, and I'm gonna run with it. So we did, and we have had those shirts.
Yeah, and actually the year after that, we had finally got them, and everybody at the high school finals was
Those
wearing
shirts.
our shirts.
yeah.
Entrepreneurial stuff here.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
cool,
So
cool,
yeah,
cool.
that's probably the highlight of
Yeah.
anything I've
Even
ever
like
done.
now,
is that.
like our girls will send me a picture of like their shirts. I'm like, my mom and I designed that shirt.
Yeah, that's,
We already
that's
did
the
that.
best.
Hello.
Yeah, that's the best of everything. I think are those shirts.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you see store number 2, but what's your vision? What's your like 10-year vision of this store and maybe the new store?
Well,
Kind of what do you want to
We'll
do?
probably have 5 or 6 by then.
Oh, okay.
So
Big vision.
This store, the location is absolutely perfect. I love it because we have so much foot traffic here, and Llano is really becoming a mini Fredericksburg, so to say.
I was just going to say,
It is.
you got a lot of tourism.
Yeah, we do.
Right
and
on.
so I love this location. We just don't have any more room to grow.
Right. I got you.
Our
Landlocked.
last room was our boot room, and we are maxed out in our boot room of what we can put in it. My next venture, I think, looks kind of like a Western home decor store because we don't
Okay.
have anything like that in Llano.
No, sure.
And what I do, I sell in this store, but we just kind of love the idea of, and the community loves the idea of having something like that here in Llano, where you can go get, a Western comforter or a Western bed or
Right.
a cowhide or, anything along those lines.
Right.
Because we have so many great ranches around here. And so many people are buying those ranches and moving into
True,
Llano. They
true,
want
true.
that cool vibe
Right on.
that you can get in town here.
A lot of team roping, a lot of barrel
Yeah.
racing. I mean, this is really becoming a rodeo mecca.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
I
sure.
heard not too long ago, maybe a month ago, that Llano, Texas was the new barrel racing capital. You heard that?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, you
until-
did hear that? See?
it was until
I was
some
like-
of the people have moved away, and now it's
The new ones are moving in.
yeah.
Right,
But it's
right.
Yeah.
I was like,
we go
really?
to Stephenville. We go
Yeah.
to Stephenville.
We go to Stephenville a lot,
Yeah.
but we do have a barrel race almost every Wednesday night
Mhm.
here in Llano, and that's a lot.
Especially in the summer.
Right,
Yeah, especially
right.
when you have young horses and you can just go
And
just
do
right
it.
in town, go to the arena, run your horse. That has been so great for us.
Mhm.
But then even here, we're so close to, we're only an hour and 45 minutes to Stephenville. We're 2 hours to Weatherford.
Right.
We're 3 hours to Fort Worth.
Yep,
This
location.
is a great,
Yes.
2 hours to San Antonio.
Right.
We're
Location.
Oh,
location.
it's perfect
Right
here.
on.
And you don't have any kind of people. It's so funny coming to the store. They're like, "Where's the nearest Walmart?"
A long ways from here.
45
Yeah.
minutes. The nearest Walmart is 45 minutes from here.
I don't
Where's
know.
the nearest HEB? Well, the nearest big HEB
Marble Falls.
is Marble Falls. That's going to be 40 minutes. Fredericksburg is another 40 minutes. So, yeah, and people just, it blows their mind that we just don't have those things here. But that's what keeps us original. That's what keeps us authentic, is
Yep.
because we don't have the big box stores here.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
If the leadership in Llano stays like it is, we will never have those stores. And that's a great thing, to keep it original.
I think, and to me, what you created here, like I said not too long ago, it's got that small town feel.
Mhm.
And you know what? I think that is what America is missing
Yeah,
and needs. Is
definitely.
we need to go, and I think we are. I think we're on the right track. We're going back to that
We
small
definitely
town,
are. That
that
is
small
definitely
town
the trend.
local.
Yeah.
Do business locally.
Yeah, that's
right?
the trend. People want a face-to-face experience. Yes, online shopping is great, but I think people are burned out on it.
Yes.
And it takes so much for you just to find a pair of jeans that you like.
Right
You
on.
know, because it's just flooded.
We
And
just had
people
that
hate
conversation.
walking
Exactly.
into a store and not being able to have a conversation with someone. So almost every person that comes in here
It's not
wants
as
to have
personable.
a conversation.
Y'all make it a personable experience.
Yeah, that's our
and,
favorite part. We love that.
and people love that.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause
And if you buy something, if you come to visit, I had this older man that brings us white, because we have a beauty shop next to our store. And our Nana, that's what we call her, Nana. She's an 80-year-old redhead, fiery redhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
She makes things happen.
Yes, she does. She takes care of
Wow.
us. keeps us in
That says a
line.
lot.
Yeah.
that
So
explains a lot.
yeah, it does. It does. So he brings his wife to town to get her hair done every Friday. He comes in here and sits on my turquoise bench in the front by the checkout every Friday and visits with me. Has never bought any. Now his grandkids will come in and his wife comes in, but he never has. But I just love that.
See, I do too.
I
Yeah, that's
love
cool.
that, just
That's
to
cool.
visit,
Right.
you know?
Right.
And I can remember my mom, she had a coffee bar. We call it a coffee bar now. Back then it was just a table with a coffee pot on it. You know, but we call it all the fancy things on it. And people and she had rocking chairs, and people would come in and just sit down, visit, drink a cup of coffee. You know, maybe they needed something the day, maybe they didn't. It didn't matter. You know, she just loved to visit, and that's my favorite thing, and that's Chloe's favorite thing too. And the stories you hear and the people you meet, it's
That's just it, right?
unbelievable.
To me, this defines the Western industry in general,
Mhm.
and that's relationships. Right.
Right.
The
Oh,
people
yeah.
that you meet, you can't put a dollar number on. You can't replace that. You can't
Yeah.
buy that.
For sure. You
And
can.
those and some of them are forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I think that's why we all are in this
Yeah.
industry. That's what attracts us to this industry.
That's for sure. And so, you know, we still do online. We still have all of that. I've kind of turned some of that over to Chance, our websites, just because I hate that. I just hate it. I do. And he's good at it. And so he's got his little office back here, and he works on the websites for me when he's home from school. But he has a busy life. So,
Y'all are busy.
yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
are busy.
Yeah, we are.
We don't like to sit still.
No,
No.
I like that.
I
Don't let
can't.
the grass grow underneath.
She can't sit
I
still.
can't. We'll have one day off, and I'm like, what? Mom's like, we have this Wednesday.
Like, I just need to be in my pajamas
No,
for
I don't
one
want a
whole
day
day
off.
and rest.
I don't
She
want
doesn't
to
do that well. But now she can drive. She has her
Yeah.
driver's license, so
I'll find something.
you need to do something. Hey, you go do that. Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah.
So how do the two businesses complement each other?
Oh, absolutely.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Lance is a salesman through and through. No matter where he's at, he puts the store out
Yeah,
there.
a person
He-
might come in here to buy nothing, but they'll leave with 2 pair of boots.
Yeah, that's how he is when
Love
he's
it.
here. Yeah.
Love
And
it.
then cattle
Sell it.
hauling, we have so many rangers that come in here, and so they take a card,
Mhm.
or they take 3 or 4 cards. They're like, oh gosh, I have this friend that needs that needs this, and they love Lance and Chance because you can trust them,
Right on.
and you're going to get your cattle there. They're responsible, dependable. So the two just work so good together.
Right.
The store has hours, so we have to be here when we're open. But they can come and go as they need to, and that's just so great for us because they don't need to sit here all the time. But they do need to be here sometimes because, like, Lance is our hat shaper. He's our hat guy. And so we do need here, but it's so funny how God works this out for us because, just for example, yesterday, this guy came in, he wanted his hat shaped. I called him and said, where are you? He said, 8 minutes from town. It's always a time.
And they
It's
will
always
wait.
10 minutes, 12 minutes. And I tell people, I'm like, he's 8 minutes,
That's
maybe
fair.
7 minutes now. He's almost to town,
Oh, what will we do without GPS?
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so store hours,
So 10 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday.
right on, and then Sunday, Monday,
Sundays for Jesus,
right
and
on.
Monday we're open. We started that in the new year.
Okay.
And Mondays are actually a great day for us.
Good.
So it's been really good to be open on Mondays.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's in kind of setup. I think it is. I
Yeah,
think it's
it really is.
right,
It
right.
really is. I don't love that necessarily because we have a couple of girls that work for us, but they're kind of floaters. They don't have a set schedule. So I may be here 7 days. Like last Sunday, we were at church. Lance and I came here straight from church because we had to do some things in here. Because Sundays afternoons are our only afternoon to do anything in this store when we're not open. And so that doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen sometimes. So some weeks it's 7 days a week, and
It's part of it.
it is.
It's part of
yes,
our
it
own
definitely
business.
is. Yes, it is. Living the dream.
Yes, it is. So this is gonna be fun. So I ask a question, and I get to get 2 answers this time. So my question to you ladies is, if you were to pick one thing that you'd like to change in our Western industry to keep it Western, that's our motto, keep it Western, what would you do? What would it be?
For me, I think there has been so much judging that's gone on in Western fashion in the last couple of years, and this online bullying and all of this stuff. And from the day I started what was Ritzy Gypsy, what this actually turned into Floral Western, my motto is be uniquely you. Like, if you, no matter what your size is, no matter what color your hair is, you wear what you're confident in. And that is something that in the Western, I never thought would come over to the Western industry, but it has. And I just don't like that at all about it. So that's the one thing I would change. Yeah.
Right on, right on. That's a good one. We had something similar to that, and it was about judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's so true, though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, and you can go in here in your store and pick out something that is not for you or Lance, but the next gal that walks in, it's for her, right?
Right.
And you can't judge. I mean,
You
these are
can't-
all different styles for a reason, right?
Yeah, they are. They
So-
are. And there's so many different Western brands, and they all offer so many different things. So wear what you like. Wear what is comfortable for
Right.
you is
Right.
what you have to do.
Right. Absolutely. Good one. Miss
I
Chloe?
agree with her because I've gotten to like walk the runway too at the Cowgirl Gathering fashion show and then some other things, and I agree people do judge you a lot, but I really just don't care. But I mean,
She does it.
I don't.
She really
Good for you. And that's the attitude you have to take.
Yeah.
Right? And you said it. Be you. Be
Yeah.
you. Be uniquely you.
Yeah, you
Right?
do for sure.
And everybody in this industry, I think probably needs to
Yeah.
follow that a little better.
Yeah, that's
And I
what I
like
tell
to-
girls. I'm like, it doesn't
It doesn't matter what you wear. I mean, we like to wear our boots and we like to wear our hats, and
Absolutely.
we don't want to be judged for that, because we're just as cute as the next girl just because we wear a hat or we wear boots. And I think one thing that kind of maybe helped a little bit of this is when, Ralph Lauren had a Western line that they came out with at New York Fashion Week, so it was kind of like that crossover.
Right.
And I see that a lot, girls that have never been on a horse, girls that have never lived outside of a neighborhood or anything like that.
But they love this.
Yeah.
I mean, they love the look,
do.
right?
Yeah, they do.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure they do.
Which is, that goes back to what I'll bring it up again, what Yellowstone has done for the industry, right?
Yeah,
We've
it
actually
has.
never watched
Good or bad?
Yellowstone.
We
You
don't-
haven't.
No.
Wow.
None
It's
of
not
us
our,
have.
maybe not. We don't watch TV.
We found them.
Yeah.
We found
We don't watch TV. If we're at home, we want it to be quiet and we want to go to bed.
We actually don't go to bed. I'm like ready to go to bed, and mom's like, "Oh my gosh, we need this."
Yeah,
And
good.
at 1 a.m. I'm
I
like,
always have to.
You really do listen to your dad. We'll sleep when we're dead.
Yeah. But we like coffee. We love coffee. That's our lifesaver
Oh,
these days.
geez. I love it. I love it. But what you've obviously felt and reaped the rewards of what Yellowstone's done. And the only reason I brought that up is because the people that were never around the Western industry
Yeah.
are now got these on right now, right? So it's a different
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. It is.
Different deal.
It is.
So I want to reach out to our title sponsor, Ranch Texas. ranchetexas.com. Always finding those cool ranches. Let us know what we can do for you. Hit up our website, get on social media, and then check out the shows we got coming up. The trade shows will be at ranchetexas.com. Rodeo rigs out of Montana, Laredo conversions out of Weatherford, Texas, the Cowboy Roundup, coolest rodeo clinic scholarship. Get out there and help out the youth. Miss Chloe could use it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her parents would love that.
Donate to the fund, will you?
Yeah.
And then always the coolest hat box in the country, the Beaver Box. Thank you, Scott and Corey Powers, for that awesome product. So we'll call it a day. I'm going to let these lovely ladies do what they do best, and that's sell Western wear. So I appreciate you ladies
Thank you.
so much, Miss Chloe.
Thank you.
Karen, thanks for letting me come in.
Oh,
man.
yeah. This is fun.
This
This
is
is great.
awesome.
Can we do this every week?
Yes,
That'd
yeah,
be-
we can do that.
Let's do it.
We can do that. Oh man, I think I got a couple right here. All right, so this is how we sign off. Did you see how I sent that little note to you?
Yeah,
Let her buck and keep it Western.
Okay.
Are you serious? You're looking on your phone
Yeah.
right now. This is a first.
We
This
have
is
a lot going on.
That's okay. Let her buck. And keep
Let
it
her
Western.
buck and keep Western.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
on the count of three, we're all gonna say it.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let her buck and keep it Western.